Liz Truss's campaign to be Prime Minister was given a boost today by the announcement that yet another government minister is backing her.
That's right, I'm up for some Liz biz on the Truss train.
But was it not you who in the early part of the election described Liz Truss as an absolute menace to the party who has the intellectual capacity of a broken cup and the integrity to match?
You're taking my words out of context.
What was the context?
I didn't think she'd win, and I really like being a minister.
What do you like about her?
Well, Liz has no time for people who talk our country's history down and think our best days are behind us.
So you think Britain's best days are ahead of us?
Definitely. If we had an empire before, we can have one again.
You think that if we had an empire before, we can have one again?
No, you're willfully misinterpreting what I said.
I literally just repeated your words.
But when you say them, they sound stupid.
Speaking of history, Liz Truss voted Remain, didn't she?
Only because she was worried about the disruption that Brexit might cause.
So what does she think about all the disruption it has caused?
She doesn't see it, and it's that willingness to turn a blind eye to consequences that makes her a true Brexiteer in my book.
How do you think she'll improve the lives of ordinary people in this country?
Well, Liz is very much in favour of reducing inflation and cutting taxes.
But won't cutting taxes increase inflation?
No.
Why not?
Because Liz will tell it not to.
There's some talk that she also wants to make changes at the Bank of England.
She wants to change its mandate.
So she wants to reduce its independence.
No, it will just have a different kind of independence, one where we can tell it what to do, and then it will independently agree with us.
On the subject of mandates, how can you justify making such big decisions without going back to the country for its approval?
Look, we were elected in 2019 to deliver radical change. And sure, the change we want to deliver now is radically different from the radical change we promised then, but it's still change and it's still radical, so you can't touch us.
But surely a general election would be more...
Having a general election now would take far too long and be a huge distraction.
But this leadership election has already taken several weeks and dominated the headlines, so...
Yes, but in a general election we'd have to hear from and appeal to people who don't already vote for us, which would be a real downer.
Thank you, Minister. Next up, as energy companies announce record profits and fuel bills are set to rise dramatically this winter, we discuss which petrol stations have the lowest prices for when you want to fill up your Molotov cocktails.